So, what are your thoughts on being an international student?
I think being an international student has its pros and cons. The pros is because you are coming from a totally different background. So when you are observing the things around you, the city, you feel like you feel like you can see things like clearer. Like you can see things that people who have grown up in the city aren't able to see, and I guess that's pretty interesting to me personally. And the cons is also hard for you. I mean, in a lot of ways, like financially it's hard, and psychologically I think it is kind of hard to make connections. But I don't think it is like exclusive to international students. I guess even if you are from like a small town, say in Alberta, you come to Toronto, you're probably gonna feel the same kind of feeling for a while. Yeah, but it definitely like more intensified if you are an international student.
Yeah, especially without school fees, it's like 2.5 times.
Right, I know. Yeah,
it's crazy. Okay, do you think yourself to be in a unique position as an international student?
I wouldn't think I'm unique because I talk to a lot of students, and also because I work at ISS, so I talk to some international students. I can feel like a lot of people who come here first have the same kind of feelings. And I remember that I talked to a Japanese guy who asked me, how do you make friends? I told him to join club or whatever. I mean, the way he talked to me is just like really funny because he was saying everything like, I don't know, like very, I thought we were just having like a very casual talk. The way he asked the question is like very official. So it's like almost he was asking an expert, and I was not an expert, so that's pretty interesting.
Awesome. Okay, so I know you answered it a little earlier, but I'm hoping that you can expand on it. What pressures do you think an international student would feel?
Pressures. So,
like, what stress would they feel? Like, obviously there's the financial one that you said earlier. Like, is there any others?
Okay, so I guess for international students, I think some of the international students who want to like eventually move to the country, some of them who like they don't. So for them, I don't think it really matters that much. Like, they just want to do their degree, or they're here to enjoy their lives, and after that they go home. Or the ones with like daddy's money or whatever. I mean, for them, it's not a big deal. They can live, I think, pretty good everywhere. But for those who do want to move to the city eventually, first for them is like the career. I think they are worried about whether they can get a decent job after this, whether it'll be easy for internationals to get a job. Like what kind of disadvantage they have when I compare with like say local students, students who grew up here. Is the international background gonna be like say a hindrance to their like success here? And also about fitting in. Like I know like Canada is like pretty multicultural society, but still I noticed that like people who grew up here, like regardless of their cultural, religious backgrounds, they all share some things that are in common that even they don't know that they have, that are kind of absent from a lot of students coming from like international countries. And I guess it's kind of hard for them to really pinpoint those points and to really make themselves like Canadian enough. Here Canadian is not like say a racial background or whatever. It's just like the whole society, like what the society values. Like they may not like be aware of what Canadian society is really cares about. I guess so they want to pinpoint those things and make themselves I don't know, they don't want to look. I guess for a lot of students, like they don't want to look but it's not about the looks. It's like they don't want to act in a way that makes them feel like they are an international student. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like people don't want to like make people, I guess, know that they're international. Is that what you're getting at?
I think they wouldn't care if knowing them are international is going to be a positive thing, but I think they would definitely care if knowing them would be like, say, like cost them opportunities or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. So what advice do you have towards new international students thinking of coming to Toronto?
Okay, I think just keep an open mind. There are a lot of things you probably haven't experienced before coming to Canada. Just keep an open mind, give everything a chance, experience as much as possible. Try to make connections, be nice to people around you. Try to engage as much as possible. And also I think you also need to unlearn a lot of things, some preconceptions, some biases, to let go of those things. But me saying that doesn't make like it's hard, like you just do that, but like I think that's what you should prepare yourself for. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, last question. What about Toronto has affected you most deeply?
I guess it like changed me in terms of living and thinking. So I become more independent, apparently, being away from my parents. So take care of a lot of things by myself. Just like I think something which is positive, because I feel like I grow up a lot. And thinking is like, I think I have an open mind so that I can think from different perspectives instead of one perspective. I can think from the Canadian perspective and also my Chinese perspective. Sometimes it's like contradictory, sometimes it's not. Even if it's contradictory, I can pretty much just judge by my own. So I think it's the way how the city changed me.
Awesome. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right, thank you so much, Shuo, for everything that you've done.
My pleasure.